Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get grade 11 and 12 crafting and gathering materia. So this method is going to include spirit bonding. I already did a video on how to do crafter scrips and gatherer scrips for orange, which is for grade 12 and of course grade 11. So in order to do spirit bonding, you guys need a couple of things. Number one, you're going to need your gear fully penta melded. If you're going to do gathering, you need at least 4480 perception. This is how to get the folklore items, since you need 4480. Now, spirit bonding has changed for gatherers. No longer does it go off the item level, which is this case 690, but it goes off the job level, which is 100. So you do not get the multiplier in spirit bonding like we did in past expansions. So by melding your gear completely, and obviously hitting that 4480 requirement, you guys can do legendary nodes and spirit bond your gear. Because gathering materia is really hard to get outside of just doing collectibles. So if you're trying to do cheap melds, as long as you hit 4480 perception, you can meld whatever you like after that point. If you need my gatherer melds for optimal rotations and of course gathering, I'll make sure to link my meld video, as well as the description will have them in text form. Now with gatherers, you only can have +5 spirit bond, but because crafting has no limit, you ultimately just want to make the superior spirit bond potions high quality anyway, so hitting 2 birds with 1 stone, but the highest they can go is 5. Alright, so now we need to figure out which legendary node is currently up at the moment. So we have 8 to 10. Then we have 10 to 12. And then we have 6 to 8. Botanist, we have 2 to 4. 12 to 2. And the last one is at 4 to 6. So we need to hurry up and get to Shaloni for the botanist. So I'll see you guys when I get there. Alright, so here we're at the node. We have to be quick. So my tools are not fully melded on my botanist, just my miner, but my left side and right side is already taken care of. So they are at 66, 65, 22, 65 on my left, 65, 64 on my accessories. So keep those in mind. Now, 4480 is the minimum for perception, but for GP, you want to aim for 930 for the extra gathering attempt. If you get the Gatherer's Boon, it's 4907, but that just increases the Gatherer's Boon rate. So GP and Gathering are the most important ones. Alright, so you're not trying to get as many materials, you're trying to get as many gathering attempts out of this. So first we're going to drain the node. So that was 5 gathering attempts right there. See, we got 73, 72, 72, 29, 71. Look how fast those they went up. So then you do Aegis Words or the minor equivalent. Wise to the world of procs. We're getting really lucky here. Drain one more time. That last one didn't go off, but that's alright. This was pretty good RNG. And then if you're lucky enough to get revisit, you get to do it all over again. So look, I'm up to 81%, and this is 37%, and these almost hit around 81%. So you're going to have to do this a couple of times before you guys can ultimately spirit bond your gatherer gear. The other way, of course, doing it the direct way is doing collectibles, which I've already made videos about that. So that is how you guys do it with gatherers. Obviously, use your high cordial to get your GP back. And now for your crafters. So with crafting, you can have as much spirit bond as you like. So I have +2 better crown pie, and then I have the +6 superior spirit bond potion. So make sure that you meld your crafter gear. Make sure you have 2 sets, one for crafting endgame and one for spirit bonding, and then meld it with any cheap materia that you can. These melds are for the master recipe books coming out in July 30th. So just like I said, just try to get as much materia into this as possible with low grade. Hopefully that's not too expensive. So you're going to be quicksanding level 98 recipes. My ring is going to be the default that we look at for this. So we're going to make 27 of these Kaznar ingots. So we got 1 spirit bond right now. So that's 3 mage, so we get +2. 4, so that's 3. And now it's going up now. Now the bad side about doing spirit bonding this way is that you need a lot of materials in order to do so. The more direct way is doing the purple and orange script collectibles. Which you're ultimately going to use the materials that you're making to make those. If you're using no high quality materials, then the rotation for those script items are going to be longer than 15 steps. If you are using high quality materials, then you can do it within a 15-step macro, which I have demonstrated in a previous video. So ultimately you can do the script items from collectibles, as well as doing these as well if you like. But if you're doing the gear, it's going to take longer to spirit bond. Alright, so we made 25, 26, 27, and we went from 0 to 21. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much spirit bond that you kind of get just from doing those 27 items. Now, alright, so here we are in the bonfire in Central Thanaland at X23.8, Y13.7, and transmutation is unlocked pretty early in A Realm Reborn. So what you do is get 5 different pieces of materia. This eliminates all these from being returned to you. And then whatever you put in, like I said, doesn't get given back. So there's a chance that you can either get an upgrade, which you get a cutscene for, or you'll get the crafter and or gatherer materia, or the ones that you did not put in for battle. So I did not get an upgrade, so we'll see if we got lucky. Look at that. We ended up getting a grade 11 gathering. Alright, now let's do the other ones. Gonna have to do 3 of that. Pray that I don't get Awesome, we got a control 12, which is probably one of the most expensive material on the market board for crafting. So there you go. And then if you exit out and go back in, then he does the animation for the transmutation. But ultimately, take your useless battle materia and transmute it with Moonmix. Best way to do that is with the train that get these crystals. These ones are for grade 11, and the bigger ones are for grade 12. You also can do the certificates from Wondrous Tales, but requires you, I think, like 2 to get these crystals. But that's an alternate way of getting yourself grade 11 and 12. When you pass these in, you have the option to get non-battle materia crystals or battle materia crystals. Okay, so that is how you guys spirit bond your gear, and also how to get 11 and 12 without having to do all those collectibles. And when you're done, extract. So we got a grade 12 craftsmanship. And remember, anything in the Dawn Trail expansion will give you 11 and 12. And I got a grade 11 crafting. Okay, so there you go, guys. That is how you guys get your materia. So hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or help me on Ko-Fi. The links for those will be in the description down below, as well as my Discord. I also want to give a thanks to all my YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and Ko-Fi members. And an extra special shout out to the members on screen. So until next time, if you ever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead. Take care.